That's right, and there's even more good news. The state is actually doing better with controlling the spread of COVID-19.
But there is some bad news, I'm afraid. Colorado has one of the highest numbers of business closures in the country.
Denver 7's Meghan Lopez has more on what state lawmakers learned from health officials today.
I don't envy any of you being in the position that you're in.
Nearly 6 months into the COVID-19 pandemic and about a month and a half after the state legislature adjourned,
as the R0 value moves above 1, we will see exponential growth.
Colorado lawmakers received an update Tuesday about the state's response. Using charts and PowerPoints and data, health experts in the governor's team laid out how the state is doing. On the plus side, right now Colorado is 40th in the country for positivity rates, with a spread rate at 0.67. Anything below 1 is considered a good sign. However, the state is 7th worst in the nation for business closures.
When an executive order is about to expire, there is a process on whether to extend it.
For Democrats, questions about schools reopening and state spending dominated the conversation.
$20 billion in federal aid has come into this state.
So did concerns about whether the Trump administration could ask Colorado to repay all that federal money.
They've definitely sent signals that if local governments, if recipients aren't spending the money the way they think that it should be spent, it could be clawed back. And that is concerning for us.
Concerning because $20 billion is 2/3 of the state's entire $30 billion budget. For Republicans, the question centers on the governor's authority. Where does it begin and where does it end?
This is now in its 5th month, and it is statewide, and that's rather unusual.
Governor Polis has issued 155 executive orders since the pandemic began, and they want to know.
What measures do we need to achieve in order for this unusual concentration of power and declared disaster emergency to come to an end?
Even with all of the data and the updates.
And there's just a lot of unknowns.
So for now, they're watching the numbers, waiting for a sign that Colorado's economy is actually on the rebound. Meghan Lopez, Denver 7.